Welcome back. Right, we're on Pythagoras, bit of proper maths, okay? Everyone actually loves a bit of Pythagoras because it sounds really important that you know what you're on about, but actually it's not one of the most difficult things. Actually, I quite enjoy it, okay? So you look quite a pro, but you're not really. Right, okay, so first thing, I've got my triangle. Have to think about, so the longest line, okay, here, so the diagonal, which is opposite the right angle, is called the hypotenuse and is the longest part of the triangle. Okay, so first thing I would do if I was in a exam, which thankfully I'm not because I'm too old and I'm not going to be doing any more of those, okay, is I would write my formula down. So we've got a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Okay, now c is the hypotenuse. It's the longest one, which we've just spoken about. So what I would then do is label my sides A, B, and C. So we know that C is the hypotenuse. So I'm going to change this. C is going to become C. A and B, either arm, it doesn't matter which one it is. So you can label either one A and B. Okay. Now I'm going to substitute into my equation. So A squared, okay, A is 10. So it now becomes 10 squared plus B squared. Okay, B is 13. Okay, wouldn't be a very good weather girl, would I? Can't work out which way to go. Okay, so 13 squared equals c squared. Okay, now you can then put this into your calculator. So we know that 10 squared is 100. I have a feeling 13 squared is 106. No, I don't think it is. Oh, it is 169. Woohoo! Knew more than I thought. Equals c squared. Okay, so we now know that 269, because we've added it together, equals c squared. Obviously, we need c on its own, so we need to do the inverse of this, which is square root. So 269, the square root. So for some of you on your calculator, this is your square root button, push it, and then put 269 in. So we've got 16.40121. So look at the exam questions. Some might ask for significant figures. Some might ask put 1 dp. They might ask for 2 dp. So we're going to go for 2 decimal places today. Okay, so if we have a look, we've got 16.401 here. This is my cutoff because it's my 2 decimal places and the number 1 after means it doesn't change. So my answer would be 16.40 if I wanted 2 centimetres. And actually you can have a look. I always look and see, well actually does my answer make sense? Well actually, yeah, 10 centimetres 13, yeah, 16 seems about a good size, okay? That wouldn't mean like, if it was like 100 or if it was shorter than these, then you've done something incorrect because obviously this needs to be the longest part of your triangle. Okay, so, where have I put my tissue? Okay, so we are now going to do it when we're not looking for the hypotenuse, we're looking for another one. Oh dear. Or at least I live on my own, I can't get told off for making my clothes dirty, I'm just going to rub it out myself. Okay, so let's whack out another triangle. Sometimes they might change the way the triangle is, so might turn it this way. Still got your right angle in, okay? This time we're going to do this is, I don't know, 18.4 centimetres. This is going to be my X, and this is going to be 16.3 centimetres. Okay, so once again, I come in and I put my equation in. So I've got my a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Next point, label my sides. Now remember the hypotenuse, because I've changed the way it is opposite the right angle and it's the longest one, the diagonal ones. And this is C. So C is going here. Either of these is A or B. So we're going to go A and B. And then I substitute in. So A is actually 16.3 squared. B, I don't know, so it's B squared equals, and this time we've got C, so it's 18.4 squared. Okay, now this is when we're looking at formula rearranging, it comes in handy and actually comes in lots of things with trigonometry when you're rearranging things around. Okay, so what we need to be doing, we want to get B on his own. So B is going to stay here, and A is going to take a little walk over here. So I've got my 18.4 squared. And because 16.3 here was positive, as soon as he crosses over the little barrier here, he goes past his equal sign, he becomes a negative. So then he's going to become negative 16.3 squared. We then put this into our calculator. So we do 18.4 squared, take away 16.3 squared. I get 72.87. So it's there that b squared equals 72.87. And then we do the square root to work out b. I'm going to do the answer to 2 decimal places. So find your square root button, 72.87. Hopefully your calculator looks a little bit like this. So I would end up with 8.536. 2 decimal places. So I count 1, 2, draw my line, look after the number and see, is this number going to stay the same or go? Well, that's a 6, so this is going up. Okay. So it's going to be 8.54. Once again, we look at this and think, well, yeah, that makes sense because it shouldn't be longer than this one. This is the longest side. So actually, this is a reasonable answer. Okay. Oh, no, I need to use my jumper again. I'm going to give you one to have a go at, and you can pause your video then, okay, and have a go. And then I'm going to have to start using the washing machine. Right. And I've even scrubbed off the title. Well done. Right, so let's have a go. Go for a large one. Haven't got a clue whether this would be in proportion. Could be a very random triangle. Okay, so remember, first thing, whacking your formula. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Then label your sides, A, B, C. So remember, C is your hypotenuse. So C is going here. Either one for this one, so A and B. Then we're going to substitute in. So A squared is 21.6 squared plus B squared, because we don't know B, equals 43.2 squared. Okay, so B needs to be on his own, all by myself. Okay, so we end up B squared equals 43.2 squared, take away 21.6 squared. Use the calculator, because I won't be doing this one in my head. Should look something like this on your calculator. So, and then we're going to square root that answer. So 1399.68. Apologies about the writing as well. Dodgy pen on the end. Okay. Hopefully your answer looks like this. So we have got 37.412. Oh my gaze, that is terrible. I'm going to have to get a proper little table to write on. Apologies. Need a bit more money put into the production team. Okay, and then we're going to put a line down here. There's a 2 after, so I don't need it. So it's going to be 37.41 centimetres, which actually looks fantastic because it's slightly less than this one. This should be the longer one. This will probably be the shorter side. So actually 37.41 looks absolute cracking answer to me. Well done.